but I'm going to start with what I call the Squad Wolfpack loans. And you're probably like, what the heck does that mean? So just, like, I don't know if you had the same experience I had, but, in the early to late 20s, most people are getting out of college. They're just getting their legs underneath them, and they're renting apartments, and they'll have two, three, four roommates, and they're thinking that maybe they can't buy a home. But if you have an enterprising young person and you show them the numbers that, hey, like you can buy a place, a single family with your three roommates. All you need is 3.5% down. Maybe you have it yourself for the down payment and closing costs. Maybe you pull your funds. You go to a real estate attorney. You create this outside agreement that as roommates move out, they can be refinanced and bought out. This kind of thing. So it's just a way for young people, instead of paying 2,500 to 3,000 in rent, to buy a place. So, and the FHA loan is a way to do it. And you can do 1 to 4 units, 3.5% down. You can get seller assist, very forgiving on the credit score.
Yep.
And I've done some of these, and I'm sure you have too. Like living in state college, you have a lot of parents who want to have maybe a football house, or they just want their kid to have a nice place, or even want them to uh, gift them the opportunity to start creating generational wealth while they're still in college. And the parent buys the house as a non-occupant co-borrower with their kid on the loan, because the kid doesn't have income. So this is one way to get your kids started on
Yep.
generational wealth using FHA, and you own it for the 4 to 5, 6, however long your kid's going to decide they're going to be in school. And at the end of that, I don't care where you live, there's going to be some equity that you're going to take out of that investment, or you can keep it. I just wanted to throw that out there. Your thoughts on that program?
I wish somebody, when I was, 18, I wish somebody would have taught me this. I bought my first home FHA and I bought a single family, but honestly, I wish somebody, coming out of high school or in college would have told me about an FHA loan, want 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, because if you start early, like you said, even if you're only in it for 4 years because you're in college or wherever you may be, it's going to build equity, and especially the market that we're in, like you're going to build equity fast. And this is just such a great product. Like you were saying, BA, if there's any parents out there watching this and you've got a kid who's going to college, whether they're in college or whether they're going to college in 1 year or 5 years, absolutely consider this product. Your child does not need to have any income. It would all be based upon your income. And then just imagine when they graduate in 4 or 5 years, the equity that you're going to have in that, and their roommates are really going to be the ones paying the rent. So this is just a phenomenal starter Wolfpack product, like you said.
Yeah, you squad because girl squad, wolf pack. The dudes call themselves a wolf pack. That's why I call it the squad wolf pack loan.
No,
Because
absolutely.
everybody, I mean, I run into this all the time, whether it's State College or Florida. It's like these young professionals, they're two, three, four deep in a condo, and they're paying 3 grand.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
uh, I think it's something. And now, again, I'll stress this FHA is a full doc loan. It's the only full doc loan that we're going to talk about. But I thought that it was important to get the word out that this is an option, and whether you're a parent or a student, you may want to think about that. Even, yeah, like I said, at 18, let's say
Yep.
you can buy a house. So let's